Hello everybody, the Mad Magi here, and today we're going to go through what is known as a Disc Detainer Lock. So I ordered one of these from China, direct from China, and just the first thing I'll point out is when it got to me, it was bent. This piece was out, and I could not get it when I tightened everything up. I could not get it at all tightened up. I asked Bosnian Bill if he had any suggestions, and his suggestion, which was an absolute genius, was just to file down part of this with a file so that it had a flat side, and then tighten it up so that that was against the flat side, and it worked like a charm. So I'm going to take this. I've only opened a few locks with it so far, but we're going to give it a shot. I've got here a very typical Chinese lock. I'm not sure which way's up and which way's down, so we'll just do it both ways. This one, it says SLT top security, and probably 40 millimeters is what that means. And I don't know, it's got a picture of two padlocks on it, so I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. When you order these, they come with a bazillion keys each. So we're going to go ahead. This is a working padlock. Can open it up just fine. And if you've ever watched any of Bosnian Bill's, you can see this has that cheap I don't know what you want to call it, but that little circle thing there's the kind of a cheap metal. You probably could do exactly what Bosnian Bill's done, and that is pop a screwdriver in there and pop that out. A little out of my affordability set right now to be wrecking these, but maybe in the future. I also have a piece of a windshield wiper, which I've bent just a little bit so it has kind of a handle. I'm using this to zero them out. Effectively, the main reason, as I can understand it and going through all the documents, you zero these out, which is basically setting that in there. If you look in there, you can see that everything is nice and straight all the way down. And when you put this in to zero it out, what happens is you're turning that 45 degrees. Now if you look in, you'll see that it's turned. And the main reason that, as far as I can tell, you do that is so that you have less distance that you're actually dealing with. You put the pick in, and I see references to using starting at the top, and I see references starting at the bottom. It doesn't seem to make any difference. It looks like it's more of a preference. But the key is to get this in there like that. You put it all the way down so this is there's a notch, which is your top cylinder or disc, and it will stop turning. A lot of this is just kind of, this is the parts they use the deck to make it. So then what you do is you hold on to this, and this is your tension. You push on that, and then with this you can basically lift it up. Remember, those were all lined up. I can take this, and if I get it in the right spot, there we go, I can lift it all the way up or push it all the way down. That's in that because we lined everything up inside of there. So what you're doing is you're putting tension on here, you're raising it up, and you're feeling those pins. Now, as I understand, and that's why I say I'm not really the expert on this yet, that's why I think I probably move this more than I need to. What you're doing is you're trying to line those discs up right inside of there. And if you turn this and then you can't move it, can't move up and down, that means you've turned it too far. So you basically adjust again, turn, and what you're trying to do is line up. You can feel, I'm all the way in the bottom, that's why I can't feel anything right now. You can feel when you get in there, and if you move it very slowly up and down, and I've seen some people recommend that you put your finger there, but basically, whoops, moved a little too far up. You move it up and down. You feel those pins. There we go. I can feel them. Now, what I've not been able to do is get a consistent feel so that I know that I'm putting them in the right spot. That's probably going to take time. So I think what I do is I get it close. And there we go. I got it. It turns and it opened. So it's a matter of going. You're moving this up and down inside of there, and you're turning it like this. And you don't need to turn it very much because you're just trying to get it to engage or not engage. And so as I see what I'm doing, what I feel is I move it, and then I feel it like a click, and then I move it enough that I can move it down to the next one, and then I move it until I feel a click, and then I move, same thing, and I keep doing that. Now if I get all the way to the bottom and it hasn't opened, opening means that this all of a sudden is loose and wants to turn. Then I come up and I do the exact same thing, and I just keep going back and forth until I get it. So there you go, a disc detainer lock. This was an SLT. I'll probably do some more as I have locks, and we can see how it goes. Thank you very much, and happy picking, and keep things legal.